Proposition 292. Not seeing intelligent life out there is likely in some part due to most intelligent life not being intelligent enough to make the drastic changes needed to unite a species globally for a common cause. Self-destruction is the path of the meek follow. One planet after another planet after another planet. When global decisions are continually being made that are not in the best interest of the entire globe, then civilizations are doomed to collapse. We can either learn from our own mistakes and try this civilization thing again in 1,000 years, or learn from the mistakes countless other planets have made and begin to chart a new course for humanity. Proposition 293. Dark ages once again loom ahead of us for our planet if we do not begin to force drastic changes. If only 50% of the money that has been invested in the last 50 years by countries, private industries, and individual citizens for doomsday planning and extended underground living arrangements had instead been spent on fixing the world's problems, I cannot fathom how much less need there would be for those shelters right now. Proposition 294. If we continue overpopulating ourselves out of available resources, raping and pillaging our planet while trashing her natural beauty, adding toxins and plastics to all of her ecosystems, all while allowing private industry to prosper in doing so, then we should not be surprised when civilization begins to teeter on collapse. Wars between countries and wars between classes lie ahead of us, as humans will fight to survive amongst dwindling resources and exorbitant inflation. Proposition 295. Seems unfair that the families of the people who have raped our planet and people for so long and are most responsible for the pending collapse of civilization should be the ones whose descendants get to survive, while the majority of the rest of ours will suffer, struggle, and die. It would be foolish to assume that countries in the top 1% do not see the writing on the wall. They are planning on starvation, disease, pestilence, and class warfare to get us back down under 1 billion people, and they plan for their lineages to be among them. This reality lies ahead of us if we allow our combined global apathy to proceed for too long. We may be the last generation able to force this change before it's too late. Proposition 296. We must prevent the abuse of those in power who will never admit to their plans to sacrifice 7 out of every 8 people so they can try to start again. Certainly, the think tanks of most major countries have done the math and realize what is in store, and rather than all agree to work together, we decide to fight till the end. We do not need to sacrifice 3/4 of our population or more to begin to flourish. There are ample opportunities for global wealth and prosperity once we stop making it profitable to destroy our planet. Proposition 297. There is a phrase that a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. We are at a precipice in our evolutionary chain right now, where the next few generations get to decide whether the human chain breaks or gets stronger. Those who seek to only strengthen their links in our chain and are complacent to the preventable weaknesses in all the other links holding everything together are naively willing to sacrifice the chain to keep their one link from breaking. Proposition 298. If we continue along our current path, instead of an enduring chain, we get a bunch of whole links amongst a sea of broken links. The choice is ours to help see as many links as possible seek to redistribute their own strengths across all other links now and for generations to come, so we can all help reinforce the entire chain. The stronger our weakest links become, the stronger our chain becomes. Ubuntu. Proposition 299. Only when the strongest links help reinforce the rest can every link actualize their true potentials and help the entire chain endure for as long as possible. Embracing Ubuntu is how we succeed where so many other planets that have reached this stage before us have self-destructed. We can either let those in power now succeed in restarting civilization in their image, or we can work together, grab the crash cart, yell clear, and jumpstart a world where everyone gets to thrive. Proposition 300. Ubuntu is a philosophy from the same planes where humanity is believed to have sprung into life that claims that we are because I am, and I am because we are. The strength of each tribe comes from growing in numbers where all are strong. Helping the weakest succeed, instead of manipulating them, is how to become the strongest tribe. Making the weakest links stronger instead of taking advantage of their weakness is how a chain can tackle greater burdens with ease where it would have otherwise faltered. Proposition 301. While survival of the fittest may be a good analogy for how certain species or members of the pack might thrive where others falter, it does not make it the optimal way to see the entire pack flourish. If we claim to have the zest for life that our animal instincts dictate we have, then we should be seeking ways to remove the disparity between the haves and the have-nots and begin working to make everyone into haves. The more haves we have, the more consumers we have, and thus the more producers we need. Proposition 302. Maybe inside any company, no employee should make more than 4 times any other. The incentive is there for all employees to see a company thrive, and they all benefit more equitably when the company is doing well. There are many other choices to capitalism, including pure communism, and we should not be so quick to claim any solution is optimal until the best minds on our planet are tasked with crafting better rules. Proposition 303. If we want to flourish for millennia and longer, it will only happen if we work together as a united species to make it happen. We must set aside our differences about color or race or religion or nationality or political affiliation and remove our prejudices and bigotries so we can begin to work together, united in voice, united in purpose, and united in action. Proposition 304. Our socioeconomic systems are in their infancies. Civilizations that survive for tens of thousands of years may offer utopian-like societies and systems of government, and we would be fools to think that anything on this planet right now is the best or most evolved political system available. A proper blend of communism, socialism, and capitalism can exist as long as we remove all chances for those in power to unfairly redistribute the fruits of our shared labors. Proposition 305. We should not let the failures of past and current governments dissuade us from seeking out the right blend of communism, socialism, and capitalism. The three can be integrated into a self-sustaining, just and fair and equitable method of managing resources and infrastructure. When no decisions are made behind closed doors, and every decision is placed before public vote, and term limits prevent ongoing abuse by corruption that always ensues when political dynasties have space to fester, then and only then could we claim to be on the right path. Proposition 306. A new political party can help loosen the stranglehold seen now in many countries with 2 or 3 primary political parties, all wrought with corruption and self-preservation above actually working to support their constituencies. We can open up the door for a new global political party that can begin to help reshape our planet in the best interest of all. If we end up failing, it may be because we were shut down and stomped out, but it should not be for our lack of trying. Proposition 307. So what do we need to do to heal a broken planet and broken species? Where do we start, and what can we really do to force change? What steps should we be doing to protect ourselves and try to secure the best chance for our species to thrive and flourish? First, we must accept that we are in control and we can craft our own destiny. The choices we make and our offspring make can help shape the course of our future. We must begin to make global decisions that are truly in the best interest of the entire globe.